The SAOL project is based in Amiens Street in Dublin, in the heart of the northern city, which remains to this day one of the most marginalised and deprived areas in the country. It's a rehabilitation, education, advocacy and personal development project for women with addiction issues. We have passed well over 300 women through our doors since we opened them in 1997, and we expect to be continuing to do that with the help of our funders, the HSE and the Immigration Service and FORCE, for many years to come. Our success rate is very high. We have an extraordinarily dedicated staff who absolutely devote themselves to the welfare of our participants. And we also have wonderful participants, and some of you, I hope, have seen the beautiful photographs that we have in the lobby out there, which were taken by Ray Hegarty, but designed by our own participants themselves to tell their own story. I think they're incredibly moving, really beautiful, and something we're all very proud of and that they should be very proud of. So today we are launching yet another fabulous resource that's been created by our staff, RecoverMe. It follows on from Reduce the Use, which was the resource that we developed in response to the cocaine epidemic, for which there was no, if you like, surrogate. In the case of heroin, obviously people can take methadone, but for cocaine there isn't any surrogate. So this was a resource that we built based around cognitive behavioural therapy principles and community development principles, which inform everything the project does, to try to help people deal with addiction to cocaine. It's been hugely successful. It's now being used in many projects all over the country, and we expect that the same will be the case for RecoverMe. So to launch that and to open our morning here, I'm delighted that we have with us Alex White, Minister Alex White, who's Minister for Primary Care at the Department of Health and also for the National Drug Strategy. Alex has been a really good friend to SAOL for many, many years. He was on our board for a long time before he became a TD, and of course he had to leave it. But he's always been available to us with wise advice, particularly on legal matters when we often very badly needed it. Great friend to the project, as I say, and we're thrilled that he's here today for us. As some of you may know, he's engaged in a serious battle for the leadership of the Labour Party at the moment. He's going to be rushing off to deal with that as soon as he's finished here, and I'm sure we all wish him the very best with that. Alex, if you wouldn't mind launching the resource.
Katrina, good morning everybody. I'm absolutely delighted to be here this morning at Dublin Castle to launch RecoverMe. Can I at the outset thank SAOL's Project Director Gary Broderick and of course your Chairperson Katrina Crowe for inviting me here to perform this launch this morning. I'd also like to welcome today's keynote speakers, Professor Melinda Homan from the University of San Diego, Dr. Hilda Loughran of UCD, Dr. Paul Dalton of St. Vincent's University Hospital, and of course Barry Costello of the SAOL project. I had a few minutes just before we started, as Katrina said, to meet some people outside and also to view the photographic exhibition. I want to just agree with what Katrina said about what's been achieved. A really terrific set of photographs, beautifully produced, and so moving and affecting to see what people have achieved in that work outside. I'd like to congratulate, of course, in particular, the women who participated in that project, and also Project Me, Myself, I, and also Ray Hegarty, whose work is, as I said, outside on display, and it's really well worth just pausing for a few minutes at the coffee break or otherwise during the day to see what's been achieved there. It really is exceptional, really exceptional. As some of you in the audience will be aware, as Katrina mentioned, I have a personal connection with the SAOL project, having been a board member for a number of years prior to my entry into Leinster House and appointment as a minister. As a result, I'm very, very familiar with the terrific and really vital work that the SAOL project does in providing a recovery facility for women with addiction issues at the very heart, in the very heart of the city, in the North Inner City, and relating to obviously the broader context of the North Inner City Local Drugs Task Force. The SAOL project creates positive, meaningful change in women's lives through an integrated program of education, rehabilitation, advocacy. childcare provision, progression, and of course aftercare support is extremely important. Following on from the success of the Reduce the Use 2 programme, with its worksheets apparently having been downloaded something like 6,000 times, it was clear that people who completed that programme found it incredibly valuable and wanted more. And I would like to just pause and again pay tribute to SAOL and the workers in SAOL for the outstanding work that they're doing in relation to developing this manual and developing generally the work. Because, you know, people who are busy in the day-to-day preoccupation of their own work very seldom have time to devote to expanding out on that work and the achievements and the learning that they've got in their day-to-day work, to share that with others, to share with other projects around the country, to make it available to other people in other parts of the country and who are engaged in similar work. So I think people really need to be congratulated and commended for not just doing the work that you have to do from day to day, but also looking to see how can we improve that, how can we enhance that, how can we deepen the kind of learning that's there, and most importantly of all, how can we in a professional way share that with others who have similar demands and similar interests. So I think SAOL really stands to be congratulated on a lot of different scores and counts, but in that area of actually being available to share your work, your insights, your ability to train others and bring others into the picture, I think that's an especially impressive achievement of SAOL, and I congratulate you for it and everything that you're doing. The RecoverMe has been born out of the, as I said, the success of the Reduce the Use 2. It's a new program, as you know, that's why we're here, designed to guide people in discovering, I suppose, discovering one's own feelings and to understand far better, maybe, how one's own feelings and how our own feelings are impacting on our recovery. Helping people manage their feelings in an empowered way is really, I suppose, the key to recovery and to avoiding slips and avoiding relapses. RecoverMe is a 12-module program based on motivational interviewing, cognitive behavioural therapy and mindfulness. The approach taken by the RecoverMe program is consistent with the National Drug Strategy's actions on recovery. Indeed, its development, I feel, is timely and contributes to a wider conversation, which I sense is gathering some momentum, about how best we can understand recovery, and the need to holistically capture all human experiences within the recovery model. I was also very impressed to learn that the SAOL project has already piloted the RecoverMe programme at Ors in Kildare, the Ballyfermot STAR project, Ballymun STAR, and the Coolmine Day programme. Having visited both Coolmine and Ors in Newbridge, I have shared at first hand the outcomes of the really marvellous work that is being achieved there. These organisations have provided constructive feedback. They've provided new ideas and learning, helping to create the final RecoverMe manual. So again, this is a strong example of that often elusive requirement that we hear about, joined up thinking and cooperation and collaboration, which is really manifest in this achievement here with this manual that we're launching today. So it's no surprise to me to learn that RecoverMe scored consistently highly in terms of relevance, confidence building, improving relationships, increasing optimism, influencing communication skills, and increasing desire for change. I think it reflects especially well on the SAOL project, if I may say so again, and on RecoverMe, just like other programmes that this manual and these supports will be available free, online, on the SAOL project's website, which is a fantastic resource and wonderful that it will be accessible free of charge. I'm pleased also to see that training in RecoverMe is already scheduled for the autumn of this year. So it's just been an immensely impressive piece of work, put together with great care and skill and professionalism. And I just want to once again congratulate you for it. I do very much hope that you'll find today's workshops on exercises contained in the manual helpful. I want to thank the SAOL project for inviting me here today. I would love to stay. I genuinely would love to stay and hear the distinguished speakers and also participate. But unfortunately, I have one or two other things that I do have to attend to, so I can't. Maybe I'll find out from others who are here about the success of the day. I'm sure it will be a terrific opportunity for everybody to engage. I want to again assure you of my continued support and to wish you well both today and in the future with your critically important and innovative work. Thank you very much indeed. Do what I was asked to come here to do and formally launch the RecoverMe manual. I declare it now